probably wondering why I look like my life is flashing before my eyes. Well, here at the Morph Channel, I've done a lot of football content and embraced the chaos that comes with it.
Nice to meet you.
Tell me about your foot.
I fucking love England. I fucking love England.
This was something else. Shrovetide Football. Branded one of the most dangerous football games in the UK.
My mate got his hand completely crushed. You can go anywhere you want. You can go to the sewers if you choose.
Bold guy went through the barbed wire and his head was ripped to shreds.
My best memory was lay on the ball in the field getting trampled over for about a good 5-10 minutes.
How did you feel in that moment?
Wicked. Felt good, man. Jumped back up and scrubbed it off, innit? Adrenaline, innit?
I wanted in. I was fascinated by this medieval sport, which was one of the last of its kind in the UK. It was time to venture to Ashbourne to talk to the locals on what this sport was all about.
So obviously all the shops are like fully boarded up, but the only thing open are pubs, which is the most British thing ever.
All right, Shrovetide, Shrove Tuesday on Pancake Day, right?
Did you have pancakes today?
We didn't have pancakes. We had a bit to drink for breakfast. You know what I mean?
It originated on that car park down there, was the centre of the town. That's where there used to be head people back in the day, and then when the guillotine came down on the head,
They just
the
like
head would
booed the
roll
ball
off
everywhere.
and then they grab the head and play football with it.
Fucking hell.
So there you go.
Do you reckon they ever bring that back?
I fucking hope they do. For some folk, I fucking come about.
If you go 5 miles that way, 5 miles that way, it means nothing. But if you live in Ashbourne, this is the everything. It's better than Christmas. The only thing
It feels like it.
the only thing that probably compared to it is having your kids, and it's a very close second to that.
Is it one rule? It's like you don't kill anyone.
First rule, no murder. Second rule, you don't go on doctors, you don't go on the church, you don't go to school, and you can't leave the boundary.
Everyone gets together, uppers and the downers of Ashbourne.
Who are you playing for today?
Upwards.
What do you think of the downers?
30.
30? Is that?
Nah, friends all year round. And then for 2 days they hate each other.
Who are you supporting today? The Upwards. Boo, we got a downard over here.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Yeah, we got a downard. We got a downard live. Supporting the Upwards.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
No, it's got to walk, hasn't it? I've got one son up and one down.
Upwards are traditionally those town members born north of the Henmore Brook River, and downwards are born south of the river.
Uppers going to win.
You won last year, didn't you?
Because downers will win.
Well, you know, the Uppers won last year, so...
By fault.
Well, you know...
By fault. By
Live
fault.
debate.
Hey, the
By
better
fault.
Some people train 3 times a week throughout the entire year.
Have you prepped for today?
No.
You haven't prepped?
No.
What's your game plan?
I ain't got a game plan. Just get in the crowd, innit?
Does anyone have a game plan?
Yeah.
Do women play?
They do.
They do.
But I would mess with them.
A lot of women, like, when they're in the hug, like leading the hug, and they'll like pull her out, but then some of the women are like, no, I'm staying in this for the good of it. But it's a lot of respect. There's a lot of respect.
What was your highlight?
Mrs. Muggleson, what used to run the George and Dragon here, she goaled it one year.
Really?
Walked up the river, she'd bought it like beard them all up, the lads, you know, and walked up the river with it and goaled it up at Stairs.
If I was going to get involved, what advice would you give me?
Get in and get stuck in, innit?
Stuck in?
Yeah.
What about you, Janet? What advice would you give me? If I was to get involved, just run.
As fast as you can.
Fast as I can. What if the ball's in front of me? Then what do I do? Just boot it?
Stand over the best or boot it.
It's like a well-organised purge.
Yes, a well-organised purge. Yes.
Is this area predominantly upward or downward?
Upwards. Upward. Down.
So what are you doing here? Or is it kind of...
here.
She lives just there.
Have you never thought of converting over? Or is it not a thing?
American, babe. I was born in Southampton. I couldn't be
I'm from Southampton as well. Does that make me a downward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
South of the river.
Did you ever score?
No, my father scored on 1911. My son scored the Millennium Ball.
Wow, Millennium Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the speech.
It's the speech.
It's the speech.
I feel like I'm going to feel something. Here we go. I'm scared. I might cry.
You might.
I might.
Moment.
Fuck.
As the clock struck 2 p.m, I found myself surrounded by uppers. I knew I was on enemy ground. Was I a fake? Or was I smart, like an undercover spy for the downers? As I blended in, I wondered, could I be the next Mrs. Muggleston? Morph Muggleston?
Mrs. Muggleson, what used to run the George and Dragon here, she goaled it one year.
Anyways, it was the final moments before the battle begun.
And then, and only then, not only will we be many more triumphs that will follow. And once again I ask you, are you ready to come together, united as one, to drive the Downers into the fish pond and beyond? Ready to honour our past and protect our future? And are you ready to say stairs to the
Are you ready? So much testosterone everywhere. And really great thighs as well.
As I walked up to the plinth, my head was bombarded with all the local chat.
The women play. I will mess with them.
But I had one thing up my sleeve, or should I say, on my sleeve. This was something I'd witnessed throughout my football journey, a small rectangular bit of fabric that has the power to transform grown men into nutcases.
Got you tulips in a twist.
This will be my strength. This will be my courage. And this will seal my destiny here at Shrovetide Football.
Do I look hard? Right now.
You look constipated.
The time had come. All my Ashbourne training was leading up to this very moment. No matter how big or small, I wanted to do my bit.
We found you. Oh, hi! It's fun, isn't it? What, through? It's cool, isn't it? Yeah. Push like you're squeezing a baby out of you. Just with your arms, not down there.
I think someone broke their leg over there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think someone broke their leg.
Is that just getting trampled?
Yeah, well, the paramedics had to rush through everyone, and he was turning to someone on the floor.
To be fair, it's quite like respectful. People just picking people up.
No, like if it falls over, it's like that wall's about to collapse over there, and they're like, get off.
This badge does nothing. I make my own future up here in Shrovetide. My performance was weak, pathetic, and shameful. Even this little mug was laughing at me, but I still had another day to prove myself. The game was far from over. The day was goalless, which meant anyone could take the win. Day 2, Royal Ashbourne Shrovetide Football. Let's go. It was Judgment Day. I wasn't an amateur anymore. I knew what to expect and had local knowledge under my belt. I knew who I was. I was a Downard, a dirty Downard by blood. It was time to join the family and find out from the team the Downard way of playing Shrovetide.
A few years ago, probably 10 years ago, there was a girl in a maternity dress, really pretty girl. And what I did is shoved the ball up her dress, and she's walking around, and everybody's keeping away from her because she said, "I'm only here for my husband playing the match," and all that. But I'm expecting the baby.
So she was just walking around with the ball?
Yeah.
That's so smart. What are you preempting for today, for the Downards?
Same as yesterday. Very, very rough game. Physical, violent.
Is that what you expected?
No, that's what's going to happen.
Aye. What characteristics makes you different to the uppers?
We've got a nickname called the Dirty Downards.
I heard.
We're more violent. They class themselves as the rugby guys. They think that they're more, I'd say, they think they're upper class to us.
When do you reckon you'll retire?
I won't retire.
You won't ever. They'll be
dead.
wheeling you in a wheelchair.
They'll find me dead in a ditch.
I love that you bleed for the game, eh?
Yeah, I'll bleed for the game, yeah. We're going to fucking stuff the uppers.
Guys, my favourite person at Ashbourne has just arrived. Go on, David. Tell us about your night.
Hey, this morning, hanging. I've taken my watches off today.
Why? Oh.
Bruising.
Jesus. Is there any love in the hug?
There's a bit of respect. There's a video of at the other place where they do their not the royal Shrovetide, but just a Shrovetide. I've seen videos of people just getting absolutely smacked up at the other place. We don't get many punches here. These videos is taking it to the next level. Like, it's turning it in from respectable. You know, if you're gonna punch someone, expect to be punched. Like, you've got to hold your own. People climbing all over the hug. Like, you wouldn't catch anyone jumping on top of the hug.
What's your guys' thoughts on it?
Absolute straight that is, mate. Nothing like Shrovetide.
No.
What happened yesterday?
So yesterday I fell over a fence post.
Shut up. That looks like Last of Us. Are you okay now? But you're ready for round 2?
Yeah,
or
went
you
and got some stitches, went to hospital, came back, had a few pints.
You're a true warrior. We want to try to touch the ball today, but
good luck.
I had one more chance to do my bit for the Downers in the final push. I had to be rough, violent and physical if I wanted to be taken seriously as a Downard.
We've got a nickname called the Dirty Downards.
I heard.
We're more violent.
I wasn't just a little bit of a Downard. I was a total Downard.
I didn't become a little bit of a slag. I became a total slag.
This was it. The final day. I'm not sure if I hit the ball. There's only one way to find out. Let's go back to VAR. You know what? It doesn't even matter. The point is, I got stuck in and I did my bit for the Downards. And my God, was it a rush. But it was time to leave it to the locals, the Ashbournians, the people who make the game what it is today.